Sony PlayStation just pulled out of PAX East 2020. Holy crap, that is actually a really big deal. It is a big move in response to a big deal around the world, and it made me go from feeling like a paranoid idiot to feeling pretty darn valid in my concern about coronavirus. What's going on, everybody? It's GhostRobo, and this honestly shocks me. Sony PlayStation just announced that they'll be pulling out of PAX East 2020 next week in Boston. It was supposed to run from Thursday, February 27th to Sunday, March 1st. I mean, the show is still running, the show is still happening, but Sony's participation, they're not going to be there. And that's a really big deal, as their PlayStation, a massive company and one of the main draws for the show, and also because they probably had the most exciting demo of the show. I have been nervous about coronavirus because I'm just a health paranoid person. It's how I've always been. I get really worried. When I was little, I would freak out over tornadoes. As I got older, I'd freak out over illness and health. Now I try to freak out about less things, but this whole coronavirus has made me nervous. Not because I think I'm going to inevitably catch it, but because you notice big companies making big decisions, which indicates it's pretty darn serious. So I was wavering, should I go to PAX East, should I not? The last couple of days I was thinking, you know what, maybe I will just toughen up, overcome my concern, and go to the show, because The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be there. I was so excited to maybe get to play The Last of Us Part 2. Sony was bringing an hour-long demo to their booth, which is insane to me. An hour-long demo? Usually you get like a 5 to 10 minute demo, but an hour-long demo would have been incredible. Incredible. They also were bringing Final Fantasy VII Remake, Doom Eternal, Iron Man VR, Nioh 2, Persona 5 Royal, Spelunky 2. It was going to be a pretty loaded lineup. And now my decision's made for me, because the main draw is no longer going to be there. Now, I'm sure that is a huge bummer for those of you who've already purchased tickets, made travel plans, really were excited about going. For me, it's a sigh of relief, and I don't feel so dumb anymore. I was starting to think maybe I'm really goofy for getting nervous about this, but I mean, maybe I'm still goofy. That's debatable, but look, if Sony PlayStation thinks it's serious, then it's okay if I think it's serious too. And if you're someone out there who's been worried about traveling or going to big conventions because of coronavirus or because of different things of that sort, I don't think you can blame yourself, and I think you have valid concerns. If PlayStation, in a year that they are putting out their new console and have many big exclusives, and I'm sure they already had paid money and dedicated resources and made epic plans for the show. Like, look, it's a week away. This isn't like they're pulling out months in advance. So I'm sure they've already committed time, money, and resources to this. For them to make this decision, I mean, you got to respect them for being concerned. They said, "We felt this was the safest option as the situation is changing daily. We are disappointed to cancel our participation in this event, but the health and safety of our global workforce is our highest concern." So I got to give them a round of applause for putting their employees first over sales and publicity. I know it's a bummer, but you know, maybe it is something to take seriously. I've read and seen that there's a lot of concern that it does begin to spike in the United States. It hasn't yet, of course, thank goodness, knock on wood, but there's no guarantee that it doesn't at some point. It is a very transmittable illness, and one that has wreaked havoc on the global economy and on plenty of people's lives. Most importantly, plenty of people's lives. So luckily, Sony is prioritizing people's lives over money, over publicity, over press, which is really actually a remarkable thing and very nice to see. And this has had effects beyond Sony pulling out of PAX East. We've seen The Outer Worlds delayed on Switch because of coronavirus, because Virtuous, who is porting the game, they're based in China, and they weren't able to get it done. They wanted to prioritize their health and safety. I've seen some reports that say perhaps the next-gen consoles will be delayed or limited because of coronavirus, and we know that it's affecting other tech production as well. So this is interesting. Obviously I would love for this all to be wrapped up immediately, and I'd love for PAX East to have everyone there, but it looks like it's going to be something that we are grappling with, specifically within the games industry, for a while. I'll be curious if E3, a convention that already is suffering from so many companies removing themselves, deciding not to participate, Jeff Keighley not even a part of it anymore, will we still be dealing with coronavirus concern come June, and E3 will see its own lessening of attendance by companies, press, public? I don't know. I feel like this isn't going to really affect PAX East's numbers in terms of the attendees, but maybe in the next week or so you see other studios other publishers pull out as well. Again, it would be really sad, and I feel terrible for anyone who has planned on going, paid money to go, really excited about going. But that's what's happening. And, you know, I honestly feel a little bit better about myself, that I'm not super weird and not super paranoid, that if it's okay for PlayStation to skip it, it's okay for me to skip it. And so, yeah, I'm gonna be skipping it. That's just, it's so interesting to see it having such a hold, and I'm so sorry to anyone that has been affected in any way. Hopefully, hardly any of you have. I know it's causing major calamity in China, and it's a very sad, dire situation. So hopefully everyone can stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to wash your hands. Remember to cover your mouth if you sneeze or cough. Remember to be vigilant and smart about those things. And yeah, let's hope that Sony has other plans soon, because, you know, they didn't have their PlayStation meeting in early February as predicted. They're not going to be at PAX East. When are they going to reveal this console? When are they going to reveal PS5? When's the next opportunity? They're not going to be at E3. They're definitely going to have their own event. There's no way they waltz into the fall with nothing revealed. It's probably going to happen before April, because that's when investors are going to really want to know what's going on for the rest of the year. It's got to be soon. And maybe this will sort of catapult them into quickly getting more information out there. I don't think anything PS5 is going to be announced at PAX East. It was going to be focused on Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Dreams, games that just released and are coming soon. But, you know, hopefully they have something to combat this, and hopefully they have something to get us excited about PS5. It is a weird year of delays, of disease, and of convention chaos, so hopefully things smooth out for the rest of 2020. Hopefully E3 is actually still pretty good and exciting. Hopefully Microsoft and Sony's reveals their next-gen consoles and lineups is exciting. Hopefully all the games we've been waiting for after delays end up being really quality. You know, your Final Fantasies, your Cyberpunks, your Last of Us, your Avengers. And hopefully there's some surprises along the way, especially from Nintendo, who also seems to be delaying things because they won't announce anything. I don't know if it qualifies as a delay, but they're definitely delaying getting the information out there. It's been a weird start to the year. Let me know your take in the comments down below. If you're going to PAX East, does this bum you out? Does this change your plans? Are you still excited to go? Do you think Sony made the right call? Like I said, if they feel it's a concern to their employees, it's their responsibility to do right by them, and it's good to see, in today's day and age, a company doing right by its employees. So I applaud that. Let me know your take. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Be good to yourself and others out there. Wash your hands. And we will see you all later.